And welcome back on my channel. So we're back in the studio, in my new studio, because I had to move out from my previous place. Now I'm way better place as far as I can tell. So for those who wondering why I wasn't posting for so long, that's the reason basically why, because I changed house. I had to redo all of my setup, my studio from scratch basically. But as in life, there are ups and downs. Yes, so now we're climbing, going to the top. Yes, so this video will be mostly about my new setup, how I connected everything, why I connected it in such a way, for example with MIDI, with audio connections, with my mixer, because my big mixer gave up on me as well. It just died. So I'm making up for it with like reroutings and everything else. Hopefully it will make sense for you guys, because I think I'm pretty clever with it, yes. And yes, my verse lab is going to a box. There is a reason for it as well, and I will explain everything bit by bit, yes. But the most important, thanks for those who stayed with me, even if I wasn't posting. I know I was making recently just some shorts and everything else. So I will try to compensate for it with some longer content, with some live jams. Basically, I will maybe basically, I will do some live jams with my setup, explain how I'm doing those things, and yeah, we will go from there. Yes, so I will maybe switch camera or switch the angle of camera, or maybe I will just hold it and guide you through all of my setup, my studio, how I connected it and why. So stick for a while with me, please. So sorry for my audio straight away, because I'm using a built-in microphone in this camera. I'm not using any fancy mic, any fancy setup like this Samsung over here. And I will use basically my monitors for some rehearsal of audio when I will demonstrate something. It's not hooked up to PC, to any recording software, nothing. It's just directly through camera for simplicity, yes. So let's go to my groove box of choice, which is Polygon Tracker Plus. I choose this one because it's amazing sampler, amazing step sequencer, a lot of MIDI capabilities, built-in synths, and even with the latest firmware update I can sample directly from my PC through USB and then just chop it, do whatever I want with samples, create amazing grooves, amazing beats and what have you. Yes, so radio is just a cherry on the top. In this place I can pick up even more radio stations than in previous one, with better clarity, less noise, so I will definitely utilize it a little bit more. Only downside is that those pads are not velocity sensitive. So for that reason, we're moving to the next one, which is my new synth. Say hello to JD08. That's my new baby. And I will definitely make full video about it. And I bought it because I was looking before at DO5, the boutique, like previous iteration of this synth engine, this synth technique. Basically this one is just like next step in evolution. And I had this keyboard from my SE02, if you can remember, this fully analog boutique, the only one analog, fully analog boutique. People call it like mini Moog or whatever, boutique mini Moog. Only issue with that was that I couldn't transpose my MIDI notes to my external gear. So for example, I was stuck with 2 octaves, and if I wanted to switch octaves on or transpose it to use it on my external gear or even on my VSTs, I wasn't able, because I think because it was analog. Yes, so even if I was changing octaves on boutique panel, I could octave down or up, up or down, yes, in this order, but only on boutique internally. Basically, if I wanted to scale it up or down with external gear, I wasn't able. It was just stuck on this 2 octave. So I was hesitant to buy this one, but I made some research, and in this one is possible. So that's great. I have it hooked directly from MIDI out to MIDI in to my Polyend Tracker Plus. So all of those samples I can control with the keyboards. Go use octave up, octave down. I have it on like blank sample, so you won't be able to hear it. Another thing is I'm using boom mic for Tracker Plus. If I want to record some percussive sounds, some live instruments and everything else, like for example this cute frog. So I'm using this microphone. It's pretty good actually, good quality. So with this synth, my audio out is hooked directly to SIGTRACK. So SIGTRACK serves me mostly as a sound engine for some presets, and FM. Definitely FM is amazing. I'm a big fan of FM, so that was no brainer for me. Plus for effects. So for example, if I have this synth hooked to this one, if I switch it to master, it serves me as a basically effect processor. So let's go to maybe different delay. Different effect maybe. Reverb. Let's go with some strong reverb. Different preset. And with reverb. So, and it's all from SIGTRACK. Let's go distortion, maybe some distortion. You can hear some buzzing already. Let's find some longer preset. Yeah, it works great actually. Some modulation. That's like a flanger. Maybe let's increase the volume. Yeah, so I can use one hand to play my keyboard, one hand to modulate my sound. That gives me another layer of editing. This one is pretty complex, so I will make the whole video about it. Plus all of those effects that I can edit. It's obviously connected to PC as well, to their app, and I can use all of those synths. There was a firmware update that I already introduced on my channel with the SIGTRACK. Really powerful groove box. Very portable, very light, built-in battery. Amazing. I don't know, people complaining, maybe some of them because of this awkward button positioning and everything else. But if you dive deeper into it, it's must have, especially for the price point. So we're moving forward. Yes. So output from basic, let's go back a little bit. Output from Polyend Tracker Plus, it's going not directly to mixer, because that would create a feedback loop if I want to record something, and I still want to have monitoring, basically, if that makes sense. Yes. So if I'm recording any instrument, all of them are basically hooked to that mixer. This one is connected through this one. so I can use effects or use dry signal and record it through my mixer, which input from output is connected to Tracker Plus, and I can sample it into Tracker Plus with effects applied. But output from Polyend Tracker Plus is connected to this tiny box. And this tiny box is basically signal splitter. So if this output is going directly through my monitors. Second one is going to headphones. So there's no interference, nothing. Third one is going to my tuner, basically, so I can, if I want to play my bass, I'm just switching my Tracker Plus into monitoring, online in, and I can tune it. That will be useful for my modular gear as well, if it's on third option. On fourth option, it's only for recording to YouTube, for example, and everything else, because it's linked to my mixer to auxiliary input. So I won't have a feedback loop because I'm not on a recording page. I just have to remember to not to be on recording page. But for performance, when I'm already have a set ready, it's amazing. It's perfect. And here I have just volume control. So this box cost maybe like 15 quid. And don't require power, don't require batteries, nothing. You just switch in between basically connections, yes, for signal, directing basically flow of the signal. Amazing tool. I recommend it to everybody. Just it serves multiple purposes. So on my mixer I have like my mic connected here. Samsung mic just to channel 1, my bass to channel 2, my lovely bass is over there in the corner. I need to get some stand for it at some point. This one is for my SH4D. So SH4D stays with me. It's not going anywhere. Oh, that's different tune. Yeah, SH4D amazing, groove box as well. Don't have sampling options, but for that I have my Tracker Plus mostly and Sick Track as well. Here is my lovely kalimba. I love percussive instruments as well. So MIDI switch, 4 channels from company Ampton Lab. That's a Polish company. You have a 9 volts battery input, so you can use it portably somewhere on the go, or you can just plug it to a wall socket, and you have 1 channel in, 4 channel out. And lastly, we have my modular setup that I mostly built myself. Basically, I soldered all of those from do-it-yourself kits, DIY, and except from this one. This Metria, it was just limited option, only as a DIY kit, so I'm very proud of it because it's almost like DFAM from Moog. Yes, and how I connected it. So with the modular, obviously, there's like whole new universe around it, but this one is controlled through MIDI. I will actually rewrite it, so it will be controlled through MIDI out from SH4DA, and I will use this keyboard to control Airbus. Simply because it don't have velocity control. I'm not actually sure, but I don't think that it does. Same with this one. You have only volume and all of that. So 2 MIDI channels will control most of those parameters. So for example, as for now, I have LFO controlling Turing machine, that will dictate like rhythm and tempo and be a little bit like more random generator with some pitch control and everything else. That's a whole new story. I won't get too deep into my modular stuff, but basically outputs, it's for like this metric for channel 1, channel 2, channel 3 is quadrant swarm. That's like a drone synth, digital drone synth. Amazing as well with spring reverb built inside. So that's channel 3 output, and channel 4, that's output going to input, mix input in my SH4D. So if I play something in my modular, it will route it directly to output and to a mixer. So all of it can be played at once. Make sense? Yeah. Only issue I may encounter is ground loop. For example, from some circuits, when I'm using it hooked up to different sockets and everything else, I might encounter some noise on lower levels. On basically, like I had it on this mixer, because it's separate mixer, but I will use this mixer only for modulation. So I will just route it separately if I want to use some modulation and some polar bipolar inverters. Yeah. Yeah, that's complicated. So we will not focus too much on it. That's a distortion compressor. Is it compressor? This one? That's a compressor, distortion, and sub, basically generator. So I built most of them myself, and that will be it basically. That's how I organized it, managed. So for example, I know it won't sound good, it will sound chaotic, but if I press play on my Tracker Plus, all of them will trigger. So one thing I have to do as well is from MIDI output connect it to this synth, so I can program it as well separately and then just press play. For jam sessions, when I will use performance mode, for example, I will be able to do a lot. And that's my main focus, my goal for upcoming future. Yeah, I think that will be all. Okay, and that will be it for this video. I know it wasn't very music focused, but I hope it was a little bit informative. I cleared out a few things, so thanks for patience, thanks for understanding, and expect some decent music from this studio. Yes. Another thing is why I'm not using my VerseLab NV1, so I will clear this out as well. I love my VerseLab, but I have few issues with it. It's not even limited sampling capabilities. It's not even lack of updates, because I don't expect company to support the product for decade, for example, to come. Yes. When I'm buying product, I'm buying it as it is, with a little bit of hope that they might improve few things, that they will support it, obviously. But as a hardware gear, it's supposed to be like you know what you're getting, yes, for the money that they're asking for. So let's not turn it into another gaming industry, when before you were buying CD and you had like full product on CD, then it was some stupid DLCs, then now you have seasons, yes. So it's even worse. And they just milking us like they want, because people are just too gullible. Yes, they following for everything, just like believing the hype, pre-ordering stuff. Why? I don't want to swear, but why do you pre-ordering stuff? That's my question. If it Kickstarter, I would understand, but just like being hyped up before even release and then just complaining is just stupid. It's just dumb. So that's not the issue with the lack of updates for VerseLab. Yes, I still love it, and it's still great Groovebox. My only issue is, like I mentioned, that I have to be connected to internet to use my lifetime key for Zenology Pro, for example. Yes, So I bought Zenology Pro with the brilliant idea that I might download it and have it as my own, but no, I have to be still connected to Roland Cloud because they need to verify my email and password once a month, which is joke. Yes, Roland, you screwed it up basically. So that's why I'm buying hardware gear. That's why I don't like VSTs, DAWs and everything else. I made a switch almost 2 decades ago and I stick with it. And yeah, like a guitar, don't need the update. Yes, it either sounds good, you can play it or not. So that's my take on it. Some people might agree, some people might don't agree, but there's a line obviously between like what's acceptable or what is a little bit too much. So, and that line is getting blurrier and blurrier. Yeah, but that's my only complaint with the VerseLab, for example. If I have a like Zenology Pro engine and I have a software for it and I'm able to use it with my lifetime key, so I don't have to pay monthly subscription for ZenBeats, basically, I still need to be logged into and verified through Roland Cloud to be able my own VST that I paid full price upfront. That's my biggest issue. That's why I put it to a box and I will deal only with the hardware gear for now. Yeah, I will make definitely full video about JD08 and focus a little bit more on modular because I want to introduce some modular to like a little bit bigger audience as well. And that will be it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.